Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
What's the motherfucking deal? Welcome to Sauce Sports TV, your secondary sauce, the additional flavor when it comes to H-Town sports. People know from me with Sauce Sports. Sauce Sports, the Houston, Texas homer network. We talking all sports, but only Houston. I'm your host, Honcho. I appreciate you for allowing me to be your host this evening. Man, look, Jack. Let's talk about them Rockets. I don't think there's the Astros and the Rockets. That's all that Houston has right now. Astros, Rockets, Dynamo, Cougars. There's nothing else in the city of Houston at this time. Hey man, if you want to support the sauce, go to streamlive.com/saucesports as we continue on this journey, as we continue to try to reach the goal. Appreciate all the love for everyone who has come through, man. Renee, what's the motherfucking deal? James Harden, what's the motherfucking deal? DeMarcus Johnson, what's the motherfucking deal? See, this is why I have to move the Rockets talk to a different channel, because even if I do it on the main sauce, the Rockets, they just don't get any love, and it impacts the way videos get shown, all that algorithm bullshit, man. But hey, it's good to talk about a team that is actually going to get out of the first round for a little while, and that is the Houston Rockets. Now, Rockets have a chance. What's the motherfucking deal? Rockets have a chance to go ahead and, pull out the brooms on the motherfucking Jazz, get their little dusty asses up out of there. And I'm going to tell you why I think that there's a very good possibility that happening tonight. Then we'll open up the sauce line if you guys want to call in with your score prediction, mark my words, or whatever thoughts you may have on tonight's game. So just looking at a few factors in this game, and I'm going to tell you why I don't really feel like the Jazz have a chance. I feel like they'll put up a good fight. We know Tony Brothers is in the mix tonight. So it is what that is. But, I just don't think the Jazz have it. The Jazz probably played their best game, or couldn't take advantage of their best opportunity against the Rockets. Everyone, what's the motherfucking deal? Probably couldn't take advantage of their best opportunity against the Rockets, last game, game 3. They started off fast, the last couple of games, the first couple of games, they just couldn't get in the rhythm. They were kind of out of sync. I don't know if I wouldn't say it's the Houston crowd, because, motherfuckers Houston don't ever want to show up and shit. It is what it is. But, maybe they felt comfortable at home, having the home cooking, having the house behind them. But, they just couldn't get it going. James Harden went, 3 for 20, 3 for 22, something along that line, and could not get it quite right, But I'm gonna tell you why the Rockets should win tonight. Should get the sweep, but again, the Tony Brothers things concerns me. You know, the Rockets right now are the only team in the West that have a chance to sweep in their first series, and you know they'll face Golden State next. The NBA doesn't want to give the Rockets any advantage, and I'm telling you this. You know, people think I'm bullshitting. It's all about money. You can't even get. It looks terrible on television for the NBA when a team that is as dominant as the Rockets, or has been, as even like the number one team last year, you couldn't even fill the seats up, right? You couldn't even get the house packed for Western Conference Finals against Golden State. So now, I mean, you look at the home games, you see all the red shirts. You know, my boy Hector Flores out there putting in all that work. You know, people ain't even getting their shirts. Eric what's the motherfucking deal? And so the NBA is a product. The NBA is a brand. And the way they look at it is shit. Well, and I don't see any other team that is winning that has the same issues as the fucking Rockets. Portland fills up. You know, Oklahoma City fills up. Any other team that is in the playoffs right now, their stadium is full before tip-off. They're rocking. They're fucking. I mean, and Luke, what's the motherfucking deal? And I mean, people are going in. The crowds are crazy. But Houston, you got half the fucking seats are empty, you know, and the game is halfway over, and motherfuckers just like, yeah, you know, it is what it is. No one cares. Now, you got the Astros, and they balling. I understand that. You know, we got a lot of people who jumped on that Astros bandwagon, and that's why I've been somewhat reluctant, to be honest. Like, I don't know, that dude Honcho jumped on the bandwagon. But I do admire what the Astros do from a distance. I know they're a damn good team. I mean, certain things you can just tell even without having an adept knowledge of, you know, baseball history and things like that. But I just don't get it. I know people can say traffic, you know, they can talk about all these other excuses, but man, look, Texans games, motherfuckers are willing to, well, some people get there early, but it's traffic on the way to Texans games, there's traffic on the way, there's traffic anywhere in fucking Houston. Motherfuckers will go to the club and fucking go through some traffic. There's traffic on every fucking highway, 610, 290, shit, 59, shit, 69. Any fucking 45, anything you do and shit, from pretty soon to the Beltway got fucking 99 will have some fucking traffic. Like, anything you do in this goddamn city, there's traffic. So people use that as an excuse. Well, you know, getting downtown and none of yada. Man, I don't get it. But that's not what we're here to talk about tonight. We'll come back to that, you know, in a bit. My thing is why I say I don't really feel like the Jazz, I mean, they could pull this one game out. Yeah, Tony Brothers could be that guy that helps, you know, make those calls. The Rockets stars were in foul trouble, you know, later in the game. So James kind of was sketchy in the first half. Second half, you know, they kind of got it together. And everybody wants to talk about his poor shooting performance, but he still managed to have 6 steals, which is a solid defensive effort. Still had 10 assists, which was a solid contribution to other guys getting involved, you know, knowing the attention that you have to pay to James Harden, regardless of how well or how poorly he's shooting. And he still was able to embarrass Rubio before the game was over with. You know what I'm saying? I agree with you. I feel like after the way he played, I don't see him playing that poorly again. And not Rubio, but the man who's going to have a tough time because, you know, he had him a couple little shots and he was feeling himself. Royce O'Neal. One of my predictions is that Royce O'Neal will get embarrassed tonight by James Harden. Mark my motherfucking words on that. Because they put him on him. They say he's this defensive guy who can shut down Harden. He can do this and this. It's not the case. They played good team defense on Harden last game. And, you know, it just kind of worked out. You know, they got off to a good start. Harden obviously got frustrated early, him and you know, the Fareed situation, everything. And that wasn't even that big a deal. They tried to make it into something. But what was good to see from the last game, and it's going to be necessary moving forward, and it's actually been a factor in every game, but Harden was just putting up great numbers, so people haven't been paying attention for the most part. Fans have, but, you know, outside of that, I agree with that. I don't think Donovan Mitchell is either. I've been saying that since last year. I think once he has the opportunity to move around, he will definitely move around, and somebody's gonna pay him a whole lot of money to get out of fucking Utah. Ain't shit happening in there, man. Uh, yeah, yeah, I understand that too. Look, and that's the thing. Man, that's what everything's become so fucking corporate. It's fucking it's ruined sports, man. It really does ruin sports. So yeah, I got these two. Well, I don't really care. It's no big deal. I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna go. Give them to somebody like, and that's the problem too. Because that's what I was talking about the other day. They were saying that with Golden State now, all the people who used to be real fans, who used to sell out, or who used to actually buy tickets, season tickets, you can't even afford them anymore because all these corporate entities come in, they buying them all out, and it makes it difficult for real fans to be able to afford it. And I think that something has to be done. I mean, I don't know what you can do. I mean, business is business. I mean, you don't want to get too much involved in and shit like that. But the teams are going to eat like that. They don't care. I mean, the tickets are sold, so they don't really give a shit. I'm sure it's a write-off for these companies. There's always a way you can write the shit off. But, for the average fan, it makes the experience different. But it is what it is. But my thing is this. Rockets had a terrible start. Jazz kind of took advantage, but the Rockets still, while playing poorly, got back in the game and made the Jazz have to try to win it. And I just don't think the Jazz are built to compete with the Rockets. This is about to be we're talking playoffs. About to be 8-1 if the Rockets go ahead and seal the deal tonight. I don't think that as they're constructed right now, they're ready. They're relying on guys like Ingles and O'Neal and these guys again. Yeah, it might be fan favorites for the Jazz or whatever, but they're not legitimate factors. I mean, this is still the Rockets with the core pieces that took the Golden State Warriors to 7 games. Should have been a different situation. We won't talk about it, but it is what it is. But let's just talk about something positive. Let's talk more about the Rockets, right? They have to get out to a fast start like they did in games 1 and 2 and just put this game away. I think if that happens early, you know what I'm saying? If that happens early, then the Rockets will win this game with ease. Because the Jazz, I don't think they have the fight in them to climb back into it. The Jazz need to take advantage. The Jazz need that fast start. They don't have that come from behind team. They don't have the firepower to come from behind. I can't recall last year, but fucking Mitchell has his best game of this series, and I think he's only been averaging like 20 points against the Rockets in the playoffs. He has 34-point game, has his best game, still can't get the win. And then they want to talk about how shit he had a little streak of like missing 11 in a row also. But the thing is, like I said, it's just that the Rockets, if they start fast this game, it's going to be over quick. The Jazz they're going to mail it in because it's like, hey, we got to try to overcome this, and then we still have to try to win, 3 more games. They're going to mail it in. It's going to be over with. Crowd's going to leave early, and the Rockets can breeze too easy. Want to get some rest and get ready for Golden State. Again, brothers is a concern, but if the Rockets play their game, I mean, the referee can only have so much impact. You can't let him have his hands all over the game. CP3 has been consistent. Now, we're going to need him definitely to step it up, in the next series. We're going to need him to be a big factor. But the guy that we got to talk about, Cool Denver, what's the motherfucking deal? Dad Bean Holmes, what's the motherfucking deal? Kenneth, what's the motherfucking deal? And the guy who should be the savior of the game, really. And I'm upset that I haven't talked enough Rockets this year. And I agree, CP3 ain't trying to do too much. He want to be there for that Warrior series. Something I haven't got to say this year, I don't believe. And one of my favorite things to say when it comes to the Rockets as of the recent Rockets, as they're currently constructed. PJ Tucker, motherfucker. You gotta respect the tenacity that PJ Tucker brings to the game. Might be one of the, if not the most underrated defensive player in the NBA. And then outside of that, he stepped up his offense again. You know what I'm saying? PJ Tucker was a great pickup. like I was happy about it, when we first got it, but just what he's contributed, especially in the playoffs, that corner three, just the way he's molded his game to the Rockets, I think is a very significant impact. It was a bigger impact than Muthaf or Ariza. And I know people wanted to talk about that all last year, but you see, people aren't even talking about that anymore because those guys did nothing else with, right? Yeah, I agree. Exactly. The new Ellie, I agree, Lou. We gotta give him. He needs a new nickname. What is? PJ Tucker, motherfucker, is not safe for TV. But we're gonna come up with something for him. But they don't show up. But here's the deal, right? Like we were just talking about, the focus is where the money is. So if Houston fans aren't showing the love, and trust me, there are Rockets fans all over the city. You see Rocket jerseys, you see everything all over the place. But of course, they're not going to get the support like the Texans. And how about those new jerseys, right? And yeah, the Lou Will deal was tough. Lou Will deal was tough. Lou Will was a motherfucking pimp. But my thing is just that I feel like, I don't know. You're going to see, because again, like I said last year, I'm thinking about the Golden State Warriors series. And I guess maybe I'm thinking ahead. Maybe I should be, right? Because again, you still got to play this game. Anything could happen. It could go another 2 games. You never fucking know. You don't want to do that, but it could always happen. But my thing is, last year, do you recall when we played the Golden State Warriors, how many fans in the city of Houston, not Rockets fans, but came out in support wearing Golden State, Houstonians wearing Golden State Warriors jerseys and things like that? That tells you the thought process of this city. If shit made me sick, made me want to fight. But I don't need to be fighting over the Rockets, getting no shit over no sports teams or anything like that. But it disgusts me because it just shows you the mentality of teams in this city. I saw a lot. I saw several. I saw a lot of motherfuckers, Houstonians, with Golden State fucking memorabilia, fucking looking like what's his name, Cuba Gooding and shit. But it makes me sick, especially a lot of this young generation, this new generation, these younger dudes. There are a lot of Curry fans in fucking Houston. It's sickening. But let's talk about a couple of things. Talking about the Rockets role players, and that's what I was mentioning earlier, is that they've been consistent for the most part, and it's good to see that when the MVP is not having a great game, that they were able to step it up a notch, that they were able to fulfill the role, because that's what's going to be necessary when it goes on to the next series. That's going to be of the utmost importance. James is going to have to play well, but if they do find a way to slow him down, the complementary pieces are going to have to play as well as they've been playing. You know what I'm saying? Kenneth, and grow your ass up, nigga. And so, again, it's good to see that this team is playing like a team, even as well as, Harden has been, and all the focus has been primarily on him. It's good to see them playing like a unit. You're not getting those assists if guys aren't making shots. They're finding ways to score, even when shit ain't looking good. Even if CP3 was a little mid-range game. But like I said, Utah's best effort still couldn't overcome a struggling Rockets. They struggled last game. You know what I'm saying? And they still could not do anything with the Rockets. The Rockets are just a better team overall. I agree. Rivers' pickup was a great move. And again, I talked about that last time, how, comparing teams in the city, just that when you're aggressive and you make moves, you go further. I thought Rivers' pickup was going to be a stupid deal. I thought it was like, okay, well, now you're going to fuck up the team chemistry. Harden don't care for the dude. CP3, his issues with Doc and their past and their history. I'm like, man, this ain't going to work. You fucking up what we got going on. And it turned out to be a legitimate move. Now, I don't know. I'm not saying they going out and hanging out and shit. I'm not saying they going out and, having family gatherings and things like that. But when they brought him in, they seemed to be cohesive. They seemed to be enjoying it. And, winning solves everything. You know what I'm saying? Winning solves everything. Again. Well, you know what? Beverly wouldn't have injured his hamstring in the motherfucking Western Conference Finals, so fuck you. Goddamn Kenneth. Hating ass nigga. Kenneth be going watching all the old videos and just trolling. Kenneth is a troll. Alright? I like Kenneth, but he's a goddamn troll. But like I said, also it's very important that in the West, the Rockets are the only team right now that can sweep. And I think that is very important, that they get the rest, that they, stay healthy. CP3 has a chance, lay up on that leg for a day or two. Because the Golden State series seems so much more winnable, especially with Boogie out, because that was the new thing everybody was talking about. Oh, Boogie, now they just going to be unstoppable. Okay, well, now you're bringing back what you had last year. And the Rockets are ready for that. I think this is a better team overall. It just took some time for them to gel. I know a lot of people were off the bandwagon early, but you got to look at injuries. Injuries play such a key role, you know what I'm saying, with teams in Houston. Again, like I said, Astros last year, injuries kind of derailed them. Guys trying to get back right at the right time, just weren't fully healthy. It happens. The Rockets, CP3's injury, last year, derailed them. It was a problematic situation. It just couldn't quite overcome. And even then, and this is what you got to understand, even with CP3's injury, right? The Rockets were beating the Warriors. So my thing is, fuck Iguodala. If Iguodala played, it would have been at 5. Fucking Iguodala is trash. Like fuck Iguodala. Like motherfuckers hyping Iguodala over one good game against LeBron, and they're acting like he is what it is. But I think that game that they played last game, Game 3, with Harden being so frustrated, having such a piss poor night, he's gonna come out looking to score. He's gonna come out looking to distribute. He's going to come out looking to have a great game. He's going to want to put these guys away. You know what I'm saying? And once he gets going, Utah really does not have an answer for him. They can play that little weird defense they've been trying to do. But again, like I say, they don't really have anything for him. And that's why I say I hate to be dismissive and just like overlook the Jazz, but it really is a mismatch. This is almost like a 1 seed, 8 seed. You know what I mean? But again, it is what it is. You do have to play the games. You know what I'm saying? And again, now, especially like I say with Capella and guys like that, like I say, feasting on, well, I won't say he's feasting on Gobert, but having a tough task in Gobert, I think it'll be a little bit easier for him, next game, next series. I'd like to see him get more involved. They kind of found ways to kind of get him out of the picture last year, but I think that Capella's game has evolved, and they'll find ways to feed him, and so he can thrive. But here's the deal, right? Stop talking all this shit. I'll open up the line. I want to get some mark my motherfucking words. I want to get some score predictions. Yeah, Reese was trash. When it counted, Reese was trash, and that's what I'm saying. Like the Rockets beat themselves last year. You know what I'm saying? They beat themselves. And again, who was that? Is Jorge George? I don't know. Let me fuck it up. Yeah, I mean, like I say, but Chavis, what's the motherfucking deal? Let's talk about it. Like I say, give me a second. We open up the line here. I want to get your thoughts. I want to get your feelings on tonight's game. Give me some mark my motherfucking words. Give me some score predictions. This game won't be as close as last game. I think the Rockets know what they're up against. They've seen their best effort, and they know that it was on them. And I think they come out and they play a much cleaner game, a much more level-headed game. Their first game on the road can be, I won't say daunting, but hey, you just kind of got to get it together. And they were able to come back from that. They know that they have this in the bag. They know that they have control of their destiny, really. Whether it be Golden State, whether it be anybody, they have control of their destiny. They just have to execute. If they execute poorly, then it's going to be a problem. If they execute in the way that they know they can, then hey, it's going to be a victory. Give me 1 segundo here. And, oh, there it is. Oh, don't trip. No, it's not. There it is. All right. Sauceline over, man. I want to know what y'all feel, man. Again, like I said, what y'all think the Rockets are going to do tonight? I want to get some mark my motherfucking words. If you don't know what mark my motherfucking words means, it's, hey, man, say bold prediction, not just, well, I'm thinking, you're going to get like 10 points and maybe 5 assists. I'm on a bold prediction. It ain't got to just be Harden. It ain't got to just be anybody, man. I want to know who y'all think is going to be the player of the game, who's going to be the standout guy to watch. I want to know what's going to be the biggest factor in this game in your opinion? And how many times will Rubio get shook this game? So, again, though, like I said, this is something I mentioned the last couple of streams, and you got to go back and you look at last game. And this is a big key, and this is something I mentioned actually the last couple of games, is that when the Rockets, and I'm talking about role players, get involved, and you have significant guys, you got 6 guys in double digits last game, right? Let's take this call and we'll talk more about it. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who do we have calling in on the Sauceline this evening?
It's your boy Wise. What's good, Honcho?
Wise, what's the motherfucking deal? The Wise man in the house. Wise man, how you feeling about this Rockets game? What you got on the score prediction? What's your mark my motherfucking words and any other thoughts you have on this game tonight, man?
Man, we finna sweep these motherfucking Jazz. I mean, this is the lamest NBA franchise in the NBA. I mean, just look at their fans. They all some mark-ass niggas. But anyways, I think the Rockets gonna win this game by 15 points. I think James Harden gonna come out with a 40-point triple-double. Mark my motherfucking words. The Rockets will combine for 15-plus threes. And they'll shut down the Jazz to 85 points. I think the Rockets win 100 to 85.
100 to 85. Okay. Man, that's a legit one, man. So you feel like we're Harden's gonna bounce back with a little aggression?
Because they was talking shit. I was watching this interview earlier at work, and this nigga was saying in his interview, he was like, yeah, the Jazz was talking shit in the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter. And he was like, damn, they was only up by 2 points, and I ain't even make a shot. He said, I got this in the bag. So you know what that means. They finna come out here, bust these niggas in the mouth, show them who what's what, and take advantage of this rest before we play the Golden State Warriors next round.
Okay. So how do you feel generally about resting between series? Do you think that can cool the tempo? Do you think it's a good thing? I mean, how do you feel about teams getting rest in between series?
I mean, it's a good thing because if you do come out rusty, it's usually game one. And since we away, I mean, we don't got home court advantage. You can lose the game in Golden State and still get one. All the goal is to win one at Golden State, so I don't think it really matters. But rest is pivotal because we've seen what happened to James Harden in the past in the playoffs with his legs getting tired. He take a lot of shots. He's a volume shooter, so I think the rest is good. And, CP3 with his hamstring, we need all these niggas at full strength when we go against these Warriors so we can get that chip.
Okay. So if the Rockets beat the Warriors, so you say they're taking it all away?
Oh, yeah. No, not a doubt.
All right.
Hell yeah, we're going to be popping champagne on Louisiana Street, for real.
It's going down. That's a BET.
But that's all I wanted to drop.
Already, man. Mr. Wise, man, I appreciate the call, man. You going to be able to join us for the digital draft party, huh?
Yeah.
Okay,
I told you I'm down.
All right, bet that. Let me get the flyers done and have them put out for the morning. But that's the bet, man. I appreciate the call there, Mr. Wise, man.
All right, no problem.
All right. Shout out to Wise, man. If y'all ain't showing love, man, make sure you go and subscribe to Wise's channel. Again, man. Low-key scared of the Bucks, man. I ain't worried about the Bucks, man. Fuck the Bucks. My shit, my Bucks is overrated. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? Hey, if you don't like the profanity, this might not be the channel for you. Because I'm gonna cuss, I'm gonna say a whole lot of shit. So, I mean, if you don't like it, I apologize. But that's the sauce. That's the way we get it in. So, again, my thing is this, though. And I agree. The rest can be good. Like when you're going against Golden State, you're going to need that. You can't afford to lose a game, and it usually will be game one. And again, like I say, it's getting there. But hey, if you steal game one, it really changes the dynamic of the whole series. But again, not to look too far ahead. Not to look, you still got to play this game. That's interesting. I hadn't seen the interview. I'm going to try to catch it after the stream and see what James Harden was saying. And God damn it, cool Emperor. I promise I'll stop fucking cussing. But the thing about this is, trust me, if I did stop cussing, man, YouTube would definitely show me more love, but my videos be too profanity laced. I couldn't be who I am without the profane conversation. But I agree, though, like I said, and you can see them talking trash. And what they were doing, though, if you notice, with the Jazz, they got desperate. Like I say, tackling Harden, common foul. They're trying to get in his head because the Jazz are so desperate right now that they're trying to resort to any tactic that they can, and they've pulled out their entire bag of tricks, and it's not work. They have nothing. Like, they can't stop him physically with their actual play style, with their defense or anything like that. So now they're resorting to trying to any kind of tactic that they can resort to. Like I say again, like I say, playing overly aggressive. Like I said, with the fouls and some of those, there were a couple fouls that didn't get called, but still, there's no excuse for James Harden going, 0 for 15, no big deal. Hey, Jordan went 0 for 11 in the fucking Eastern Conference Final. He ain't playing the Western Conference. If Jordan would have played in the West, he might have ended up like LeBron. He was smart. My thing is, like I say, it happens. It happens to the greats. People love to. Again, like that's why I say, we're in this age of Twitter and social media, so it's so easy to get information that quick and just talk shit like that so quickly. But the thing about it is, has happened before. Some of the greatest to ever do it have done it, and I guarantee a bounce back game from James Harden. It's gonna be nice. But what I was saying before the call is that you have to look at what I'm talking about, getting everybody involved. You had 6 guys in double digits. Gerald Green was a point away from getting in double digits. And when the Rockets do that, when teams get multiple players involved, that always bodes well. You know what I mean? When you're relying too heavily on 1 or 2 guys, even 3 guys, it might not always pan out the way that you planned. And when guys are making shots, when they're getting buckets, they are feeling good, that energy is flowing. I'm telling you, man, I don't know if you've ever played sports. I don't know if you've just been a watcher, but if you've ever been on the court, man, and your ass can be tired as hell. You know what I'm saying? You ain't lying. That's how I do be looking. This is going to be the NBA Finals. The Rockets in the NBA Finals. This is how the stadium will look in the fourth quarter of a Game 7. But the thing about it is, if you can be tired, but making buckets, making plays, it'll do something deep down in your soul and bring that energy back. It'll give you that little boost as long as you're playing well. So when guys are tired, but they're, you're feeding them the ball, they're scoring and things like that, they're going to play harder. You saw early on, and like I say, trying to get the second win, trying to get Capella involved early on and making sure I think that's very important. And again, it was just a lot of little shit that they were doing, again, like I say, to frustrate James. But you saw the troops still rally around him. They still had faith and confidence in him, and they played well. So I think that is pivotal. But I say again, you look at the Jazz, they had 4 guys in double digits, but you had, like I say, it was Gobert barely. Gobert only had 10 and 8 compared to Capella's 11 and 14. You had, who was it? Rubio with 10 and 4 again, compared to Harden or CP3 or whoever you want to look at, having 18, 4 and 4. And Harden still, like I say, even the shooting so poor, still dropped 22 points, but the point distribution was so much more even. The Jazz, they're relying so heavily on Donovan Mitchell to do so much. Chuck said, Chuck on that dope. Chuck on that good dope and churros. But again, like I say, man, I'm trying to be patient right now. Let's get through it each game at a time. And I think that when it comes down to it, the Rockets are going to surprise a lot of people, or it's going to take the NBA putting their little stinky hand in the game again, like Game 7. Even though the Rockets surely assisted them by missing so many fucking shots. I think Trevor Ariza was an NBA plant, all right? They're talking about CIA plants and shit like that. Trevor Ariza, NBA plant. Nah, fuck Blake Griffin. Now we doing too much. Now we gonna really have problems. Blake, I don't know. Blake is albino. I don't trust him. But my thing is, like I say, the Rockets are gonna be all right. And I really think they have a great chance against Lob City. Lob City was a farce. Blake and CP3 didn't get along that well. Like, the motherfuckers didn't even talk off the court from what I heard. They were not that cool. Stephen A. Smith is a plant too, goddammit. But my thing is, like I say, this team, the chemistry, the way they play with each other, the way the energy. I was looking at the house situation and just kind of watching how he responds. And I'm again, hey, get your money, man. Get your money. I'm not knocking anybody. Get your money. But I think a guy like House, a guy like Gerald Green, those hometown heroes, man, that's a big, huge impact for the Rockets. Like that energy, that hometown energy, is just something different. And Gerald Green can be frustrating as fuck sometimes, but you still love him because he loves the city so fucking much. You know what I'm saying? Like he could be. Oh my God, he could be fucking frustrating as hell sometimes. But he'll get you frustrated, and then 30 seconds later he's gonna do something that make you Gerald motherfucking Green. You're gonna be like, that's the motherfucking man. Man, if Clay came to the Rockets, which would be an ideal situation for him because he'd get to shoot as much as he wants to. You see Clay talking about he see the opponents up 3-0. Oh, I ain't see that. But that's what I'm saying. But look, and let me tell y'all something. Okay? Let me explain something to y'all. Golden State, one of a bunch of prima donnas. They know that the Rockets are a better team. They know last year that the Rockets were a better team. They know it took them having 4 All-Stars and some whatever else, finals, MVPs, and whatever else you want to call it, the so-called second best player in the world in Kevin Durant. And they still got ran to Game 7. It took CP3 going out for them to really have a chance. Like, the Warriors have been talking about the Rockets all fucking year. You know what I'm saying? All fucking get green on someone. I think that would most likely be a legitimate possibility. I mean, with him being local, I'd have to reach out to a couple of folks. But like I said, I gotta get the sauce in the right spot first because I don't think. Look, I'm sure he could Skype or do something like that, but I don't think he want to come to the garage. Come to the garage and be like, man, it's hot in this bitch, man. What the fuck is going on? But my thing is, this, and the Rockets have been in the Warriors' mind, like I say, because you see these motherfuckers playing a completely different opponent, and and Curry throwing up Harden's number, and he's thinking about James Harden and doing all this other shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, they... They gonna mug him in the garage. Come on now. Hey, look. I live in a decent neighborhood. It ain't gonna be that bad. I don't think you got nothing to worry about. But the thing about it is, like I say, but like I said, Curry knows James Harden's a better player. Curry's a better pure shooter, yes. Overall basketball player, James Harden is better. Shit, Klay Thompson's a better player on your own team. These guys they fake a lot of this confidence. It's a lot of fake confidence going on in Golden State because they know that if they falter, they have another great talent behind him to pick up their slack. And if he falters, there's another great talent behind him to pick up their slack. And if he falters, another great talent to pick up. So that's what I'm saying. With the Rockets, you got James Harden. CP3 is not as heavily relied upon in that aspect, but he contributes. He brings his own. He brings his own to the team. He does have a factor. And I think that he is. You can attribute to him as being part of the reason why the defense has overall gotten better. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I mean, like I say, these guys are very arrogant because they know that there's always somebody to pick up their slack. So you can do that when hey, the guy next to me is an all-star too, or I got 3 other all-stars on the team. So if I shoot this ugly ass shot and it don't fall, well, I'm gonna be okay. And the thing about it is, that's what people don't look at. It's just, oh, these guys are so great. Yeah. When you have a team that well, and again, you attribute it to Golden State and their front office, and give Mark Jackson his due. Steve Kerr fell into a great position. I'm gonna eat me a grilled chicken sandwich after this. I've got to think about my calories. I'm counting calories and shit, trying to lose weight. So I got a certain time frame in between now and then. But hey man, look, Jack, we got about 5 more minutes or so. Let's get some mark my motherfucking words. I mean, if y'all ain't gonna call in, the least you could do is fucking, drop it in the chat. So let's get some mark my motherfucking words. Let's get some bold predictions. Let's get some score predictions in this chat. I want to know how y'all feel. I want to know what y'all think is gonna happen with this Rockets game. Yeah, because here's my deal. If I just came from the finals, right, why am I go running to this man's house? I'm sitting in this man's living room begging him and these other 3 motherfuckers. That's what I'm telling you. They're fake arrogant. They're really a bunch of prima donnas who don't have the integrity that they feign and they fake. They ran, 4 men ran away because LeBron whooped that ass. You know, it takes 4 motherfuckers to really handle 2. LeBron and Curry, not Curry, LeBron and Kyrie couldn't handle it. Honestly, James Harden with CP3 couldn't handle it. You know, it just happened when CP3 went down. You know, whatever, it is what it is. Like, these dudes are not built like that. You know, I don't know if it's because they light skin, you know, I don't know. I don't know if it's because Katie hair just nappy. I don't know what the fuck it is, you know, but it could be that California air. I don't know what's going on, man. But my thing is, I don't know why everybody's so afraid of the big bad wolf. And it took the Rockets being the only team in the league last year to say, fuck the Golden State Warriors. We're going to fucking play. And this is what bothers me. Like, you have a team. I agree. That's what I say. The Jazz gave their best effort. They got nothing for them. You have a team in Houston. And I'm not saying the Rockets, because I mean the Astros don't do it, because the Astros did it too. I talked about Verlander and Osuna and the moves they made last year. But you have a team in Houston who's out there making aggressive moves to try to be the best in the league. Now, if Golden State wasn't a thing with what they had, their pieces they had, they wouldn't have gotten KD and all that, we'd be having a different conversation. Houston would have a couple of championships by now. But because they are what they are, I got some of my eye. Because of what it is, people just dismiss it like the Rockets ain't it. Like, I hate, and I did hate what I saw last year too, because a lot of people did start coming to the Western Conference Final, but literally motherfuckers would go to the games, you know, pull up at halftime and be leaving before the end of the third quarter, you know, just to go there, take a picture and leave, you know, say that they were there. Like, it's so frustrating that this city does not get behind them. It's so frustrating. I used to see a bunch of fucking cocksuckers on fucking Twitter talking about, oh, well, I didn't believe in the Rockets anyway. We should just watch the Astros. Like, shut your bitch ass up, because you didn't believe in the Astros like that a couple of years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't believe in, but we'll put that blind faith in the Texans. But because the Rockets lost a Game 7 to what is probably one of the strongest teams in NBA history, if not the strongest team in NBA history, don't believe in them. We shouldn't believe in them. Like, that's what kills me too. I agree. You know, yeah, we can talk about the San Antonio situation a while back. We ain't gonna talk about that. But yeah, the only team that's really stopping James Harden is Golden State, man. But people, they love a narrative, and that narrative is pushed by the national media. Again, if more people supported the Rockets, if the crowd city was putting money, I mean, you know, we promoted them like we promote these other teams, then, you know, we had that support. Because Houston, especially with all the influx of new people, there's a lot of people coming to Houston from California. And it bothers me. And not just even in Houston sports. I see fucking Boston fans. I've seen Boston fans during the fucking the Stros run the last couple of years. I've seen fucking, you know, I've gone to fucking sports bars and they'll reserve the room for Houston Patriots fans. Like, what kind of shit is this? You know what I mean? Like, this shit, it bugs the fuck out of me. And I cannot support some type of outside fucking shit. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Jazz fans, but then you gotta look at a town like the Jazz, you gotta look at a town like OKC. What else do they have going on there? Say mark my motherfucking words, Capella 5 blocks already. And so I'll look at towns like that and say, okay, well, you know, they're smaller places. What else do they got? Okay, cool, fine, that's great. But then, like you said, go look at the Phillies, go look at the Bostons, go look at the LAs, go look at, you know, places like this, and they've still got a crowd. There's a lot of shit to do in these cities. Some of these cities, you go look at the Chicago. Well, I don't know Chicago, it wasn't all that this year, but you go look at these places and how they support their sports teams, and it's different. That's why Hopkins said what he said, you know, last year. Everybody got all butthurt about it. But it's all about to be time for the game here. But he got butthurt about it when he talked about Pittsburgh. But here's the motherfucking deal, man. I seen 117-90 Rocks. Let me get my prediction real quick. Let me get up out of here. I think this game is going to be a blowout. James Harden is going to come back on fire. I think we're going to see a 20-plus Rocket points victory. I'm going to stand out there on that one. I'm going to say Rockets win 123 to 101. I think they play great defense on both ends of the ball. I think that James Harden dropped 35, 11, and 8 rebounds. I think CP3 gives you a double-double with 22 points, 13 assists, and 3 rebounds. And that's what I'm going to go with that. You say mark my motherfucking word, Harden goes over 30? Already. Exactly, and that's my... Man, tomorrow we're going to be on Sauce Sports. We're going to talk about them jerseys. I dropped a little video about the jerseys, man. I'm so... Like, if people don't see that the Houston Texans are trying to milk them for every fucking dollar they can and not really making the effort to be that team, I don't know what to tell you. But, man, let's go catch this game. Let's go Rockets, man. Hey, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. You know, make sure you follow Sauce Sports on the proper channels, Instagram and Twitter at Sauce Sports HTX. But with that being said, y'all be cool. Like, y'all be cool. Wink, what's the motherfucking deal? Hey, man, we're finna slide about this thing. Let's go Rockets. Let's go Sauce Nation. I appreciate y'all tuning in, man. I'm gone.